If you want to see change, then you have to be change. Hi guys, it's Sam Day here from DeyTips.com and welcome to another Motivational Monday. Now today I'm speaking about not just seeing change or wanting change, but being change, and how just by you being change, you can have a lot of influence in your community and the wider world as a whole. Now, I remember a time when I was actually visiting a friend of mine. He got himself in a little bit of a sticky situation and he was living at the time at a hostel. Now, this hostel was in South London where a lot of crime was going on and a lot of people of my colour, so a lot of young black men were getting in a lot of difficulties with the law. They were, selling drugs and violence and stuff like that. And one of the workers at this place where my friend was staying at, he saw me for the first time and his attitude towards me was so bad. It was so negative. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I just remember feeling, wait, you don't even know me. I'm not from this hostel. I don't live here. I'm just here to visit someone. I'm not a violent guy. I'm a nice guy, but you're already judging me just because of how I look. And just because, maybe I'm wearing the same clothes as my friends, but at the same time, you don't know me, but you're treating me like I'm a criminal. You're treating me like I'm a thug simply because of how I look. Now, this really got me thinking about change. That person who was working there, he doesn't have a heart of change. He doesn't have a heart for the young people who he's serving or who he's supposed to be serving, because that hostel was there for a purpose. It's not just there to provide housing, but it's also there to encourage and motivate young people to come out of the situation that they're in and to become better and to progress in life. But what that worker didn't realize, what he was actually doing is he's actually not showing love towards the people who are coming into the hostel and the young people who are supposed to be getting the help that they need and the encouragement and the support that they need to actually realize that they don't have to be in a life of crime, that they can actually progress and be better and go out into the wider community and get jobs and become entrepreneurs and actually contribute something positive towards the community rather than, living a life of crime and selling drugs and ending up in prison or whatever it is that they were doing in the past. But after the experience, I actually had to step back for a moment, look in the mirror and see whether or not there were any areas in my life where I was showing prejudice and maybe not even realizing it. Simple things like just going on the bus, like who do you sit next to on the bus? Are there people you avoid sitting next to on the bus because of how they look or what they're wearing or their religion or their culture? That's already showing prejudice towards that person. You're already showing a preference. And if we in ourselves, in our own personal hearts, can't show love in little increments, just like that, who we sit next to, or if we're going to an event and there's a social environment, are we prejudging who we're going to speak to based on what people look like or what people are wearing or, our personal preferences? Are we already prejudging in our hearts? Because if we're doing it as small individuals, the wider world, we can't really blame the wider world for showing prejudice. We can't really blame, as big and as bold a statement as it might sound, we can't really look at the news and see someone bombing someone because of how they look or because of a religion or because of a belief. We can't really judge that person because we're doing it ourselves in our hearts. And if we really want to see change in the world, if we want to see, the bombings stop and the shooting stop and the racism stop that's going on a large scale, on a large mass murdering scale, we have to look deep within ourselves and say, wait a minute, before I even turn on the TV and start judging the people who are doing all the shooting and the killing, what about me? Am I even loving my neighbor? Am I even loving the people on my bus? Am I even loving the people who I see on a day-to-day basis? Am I showing prejudice to them? And when you get rid of the prejudice that's in your heart and you truly learn to open up your life, to open up your heart and to love inwardly every single culture, every single person, every single religion, and you truly learn how to do that, trust me, people will receive that love. Even if you're not actively trying to show it, just having an overwhelming love inside of you for everyone, just because they're a human being and just because you are a human being and you know how to love, you will begin to see the fruits of that, and you will begin to actually create change in your community, you know, just by showing love on people, just by having love and by not having prejudice for your fellow person. And you as an individual doing that, I'm sure you'll inspire the rest of your community, the rest of your family, the rest of your friends to do the same. And just by showing a little bit more love yourself, you could actually change a generation. You can actually change some of the things that's going on and they seem beyond you. Some of the things that's going on, some of the bombings and the killings and the craziness that's going on in our world, just by having love and resisting the temptation to be prejudiced. You'll be amazed how much, if we do this together, we can actually create a massive change in our community and a massive change in our society and the wider world as a whole. So in this video, in this Motivational Monday, I'm encouraging you to start showing love and resisting the temptation, because we all have prejudice somewhere. If we all look deep down in our hearts and really be conscious and make the conscious decision to not be prejudiced, because you know, sometimes it's our subconscious, we don't even realize we're being prejudiced. But if you look deep down inside your subconscious and start to evaluate yourself, look in the mirror and see, where is there prejudice in my heart? Where can I be more loving? Where can I judge people less? Where can I show more love in my heart, more love in my community, more love to the people on my bus or on my train or on my plane or in the airport, wherever it is? You know, just maybe it's even the way you speak to the person who's serving you at a counter. You know, do you speak to do you use the same tone to a white person that you use to a black person? Do you use the same tone to a Christian person as you do to a Muslim person? These small things we really need to look in our hearts and evaluate, and treat everybody with the same overwhelming love that we would love to be treated with as well. So hopefully this video helped you to realize that just by being conscious about showing love, you can actually make a massive change in your community and in the wider world as a whole. Now, if this video did motivate you to start taking action and taking small steps to showing more love in your life, then please click the like button down below and make sure you share this video with a friend, and also leave a comment in the comment section down below if you have anything you would like to add to this. But until next time, make sure you watch some of my other Motivational Monday videos, subscribe to my channel so you never miss a Motivational Monday. Have a great day, stay motivated, and I'll see you soon.